This episode of The General's Gentleman is sponsored by Ashes of the Singularity. Take control of epic battles in a massive scale RTS where you control thousands of units. With up to 14 players per game, it's the biggest RTS to date.
Welcome to The General's Gentleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2v2 game for Company of Heroes 2.
Today, our heroic players will be Alastor as our OKW, Jove as our Wehrmacht.
And the allies will be Talisman, one of my favourite people in the Company of Heroes 2 community, and one of my other also favourite people in the Company of Heroes 2 community is, of course, helping Hans. A little bit sad today, Blake, a little bit upsetting. I'm kind of admitting defeat, because this isn't the balanced preview, this is just a regular, chumpy live game, like live build of Coh2 is what I mean. That being said though, apparently this replay is amazing. I've had multiple people send me this replay, and actually a little bit late casting this, because the thing is in the 2v2 tournament for the Winter Balance preview, we casted Talisman Hans versus Alastor Jove. So when people kept sending me this replay, I thought it was the one we already casted.
Right.
Of course it's not, because that was on Crossing in the Woods.
It was indeed, yeah. Well, that's cool. So I'm down with you in admitting defeat. I mean, we can't just discriminate Winter Balance preview only.
Segregation, yeah. We do actually have another game to cast after this, which is the balance preview of 1.4 just came out a couple of days ago at the time of recording, which will be like, you know, a long time away.
I mean, that'd be like us casting, I don't know, like 2v2s without like mixed factions because it's not historically accurate. So,
oh yeah,
similar to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna be putting the sandbags here, denying that's very important. Nice work here by Alastor. Very quick sniper for Jove.
Nice way to get some map pressure in a 2v2. It certainly works on Road to Kharkov. Your sniper's going to be constantly active. You can always find engagements, help out your allies in terms of sniping down units. And what normally translates into bad early game map pressure can actually translate into good early game map pressure, which is what we see here. Really positive pressure coming out.
Yeah, we're going to have tier 1 for Talisman. So he's got sort of penals on the field. He's going for an M3. So that's probably to counter the sniper. But this is clever positioning by Jove. He has his grenadiers nearby. Especially since the penals have been revealed. So the scout car is definitely an option. And Jove knows that.
Yeah, both on the flanking route and also in a good fast position. You're right, Machine. They are very well in a really nice spot. Alastor on point. Sees the penals. Goes straight for the Raketten as well. Put some pressure on and give some more safety to the Kubel as well, which can be a nice early game move with the scout car to go for that Kubel dive. And the scout car has arrived. Yeah,
he's going for it, but he's fine. There's two Grens here.
Gonna need a double Fausty Machine.
He's actually committing to it. Yeah, really good positioning there by Jove. He actually hid his grenadiers behind the house, so really making use of the true sight to not reveal the grenadiers as Vox as well. Man, this scout car is getting absolutely sandwiched. That being said, though, there is a Vickers there covering the arc.
Should be okay here, Machine. The Gren's actually going to run into the arc here. This could be deadly if the Vickers actually retargets onto the Grenadiers.
Oh, we had to reset the Vickers up. I think that was a bit of a mismicro in the scout car. It does go down. I think he clicked on the Grens when they were out of the arc or something like that.
It's really quite unfortunate. Yeah, a bit of a mismicro from Hans will throw away that scout car here. It could have covered. It could have forced all the Grens to be suppressed, and then they really don't have the DPS against the scout car that's necessary to take that one out. And it would have forced the full retreat that we see here only without the scout car going down. Hopefully our allies can translate this into some map control though, with the mass force off 2 Grens, as well as the 2 Vols having to retreat all the way back to base, try and get a bit more of a foothold in the middle, get some sandbags down to a better position, and we see Hans going for a sniper of his own. Potentially we see some counter snipes in this game as well.
Blake, so I turned Facebook off, but I get like a sound that plays when I get an email.
Oh, no!
But normally it isn't too bad because I don't get emails like that often,
okay.
But yeah,
Man, I was about to be email, but I was like, that's not a Facebook sound, what's going on?
Not.
Yeah.
Like I also have Steam chat muted and such, so anyway. We have a sniper for Hans. Surprisingly, the allies do have full map control, well most of the map control at least. I think the scout car, it was a mass retreat, that's why, because the Vickers suppressed essentially 4 squads. So yeah, they got the scout car, but it may have been worth it. Anyway, gotta be lookout for the counter snipe now with Hans. Hans and Jove.
Jove on point though. He knows there's a possibility and he's not going to take that thing off hold fire until he absolutely has to.
Yep. Other than that, Hans has locked in his mobile assault regiment. Pretty much the only commander that you see for British, at least in the competitive setting.
Yeah.
Or like high level, I should say.
That match was pretty good, bro. Good traded commandos as well, right up there.
Well, the
very,
Flamers
very
too.
viable commander.
The Flamers help out so much for British. We're gonna have the penal Flamers getting focused down pretty hard. I hope we do really see the penals and guards and T70 just be really, really broken and ruin this game. So then everyone can see that and I can be like, ha, that's why we're nerfing them. Stop whining about the new patch. Of course, very bitter.
Are you gonna include a GIF of you doing the pointing in the webcam?
Yeah, because the forum warriors, they hurt my feelings when they complain about my changes. And I say that sarcastically, but it is actually quite frustrating, genuinely, when people, when they whine about things, and like it's fine when people don't like the changes, but when their rationale for why they don't like changes is just absolutely retarded, like that triggers me. I get triggered, Blake. I'm very sensitive.
Then I have to hear about it as well, so have good opinions. Save Blake from an earful about changes. People who comment on changes. Vickers is working out very well here.
The way that I cope with it though is that I challenge them to like a 1v1. I'm like, hey, like, you know, Soviets actually are still pretty good, and the, you know, T70 is still pretty good. Add me on Team and we'll play some games, and they never do, of course. So they just like whining and not having the balls to follow up and with it. And yeah, anyway. The game is at hand here. Jove having so many weak squads. Man, I bet he wished that the medical crates were good.
I feel like I should interject, there should be a small interlude here, Machine, where I go, we're at the point where the snipers are really close together in terms of their arcs, so yeah. the patented Archon Horde keeps an eye on where both snipers are, so
yeah. That's your job.
They were very close together at that stage, so there's always the counter-snipe possibility.
Well, but because I'm starting paying Blake now because I'm getting a decent amount of income from Stardock, which is good. So basically, Blake is technically now my employee, and one of the jobs that he can now put on his resume is that he is how do we word this? Like the you
have to really make it sound like I had a really important position. So
like what about counter snipe supervisor?
Yeah, counter snipe. Yeah, nice supervisor. I like that. Counter snipe supervisor. Okay, cool. Right.
Yeah, that's your role, Blake. Counter snipe supervisor, and you say like a blurb is like ensure that viewers don't miss out on, you know, counter snipe action, blah blah blah.
I like it. Put that down. Put your number on a reference sheet when you're awake, and then we'll be set.
Unless you
I'll get any job there is.
Unless you can think of something better, like a counter snipe observer technician or something like that. Like technician generally makes it sound fancy.
I like the supervisor position though. That kind of suggests that I have management potential. Yeah. Like I say, I was a general manager at Toys Valley Fruit Management Relay. I stocked shells, but did general manager stuff. You gotta up it, and I feel like having management experience on your resume is really important.
Yeah. T70 on the field. And still these Grens are low. But yeah, look at this. We've got 3 penal flamers. Talisman haven't locked in a commander just yet. He has actually a few options here. Guard motor is going to be good for the heavy mortar. And the 85s, of course. This mortar, though, seems to be doing some pretty good damage.
Yeah.
Only 1 kill, but a lot of damage on it.
Damage is the main thing. Really is there to assist in the infantry engagements. T70 going to be diving pretty deep here. Gets a few shots onto the Grens.
My god!
Jeez.
Yeah, T70 is powerful, but the Puma is the perfect counter. This is actually, oh wow, this is a very short-lived T70. Well, the Puma was actually from the mechanized truck, so it was a big investment, but nice play there by Alastor. It was kind of a bait in a sense, because he had the Faust, he had the Puma in position. Beautiful play there. T70 goes down. And the Puma are now going to be backing off away from this AEC.
Also going to be moving up in nice close range here. Pretty close to revealing the sniper as well. Should be a good engagement for our Axis, but there are the Flamers machine. The ones we were talking about before. It's going to be fantastic at forcing these squads out of cover.
Yeah, very good damage there.
The ability is ready now.
A lot of munitions here for Hans. Does he go for his weapon racks now, or does he wait until he has his Cromwell? Probably the Cromwell. The Cromwell is really good.
Counter snipe imminent.
Oh.
No. The sniper backs away, actually.
Has he actually fired within
No,
the past 5 minutes?
neither of these snipers have fired. 0 kills onto the...
Yeah.
I really don't like the dynamic. It's just not fun at all, so...
Oh, actually, this
got
sniper's
revealed.
revealed. Yeah, not for long, though.
We have lost a squad.
Ooh, what was that? That was a Soviet squad. Talisman lost something. He lost, maybe it was conscripts. Yeah, because he only has 1 con left.
Well,
Two mortars
saying into those
too.
penals. Penals could go down here. Should do survive.
So it is guards in the guard mode, commander. The mortars are nice because it means you don't have to fight the penals head on. Because you generally don't want to because of just how good they are.
Yeah.
You want to, you know, kind of soft retreat and just out blob them, or have, you know, suppression, have mortars, something like that.
I really feel like sometimes in this counter sniping matchup, whoever uses their sniper can pull ahead a lot of the time. Whoever's actually active with their sniper and then just avoids counter snipes is the way to go.
Yeah.
Like if you bleed, you know, 5 or 6 models from squads and you get a bit of map pressure out of it, even if you get counter sniped, it's still not a terrible trade. So.
Yeah, and the thing is it's not just manpower bleed. You know, if I have 4 Tommies and you have 4 Grens, if my sniper fires, you now have 3 Grens and now you lose every time.
Yeah.
And so you instantly turn the fight. And especially, like, it's obvious that your opponent has the sniper, so it's not like Hans is hiding the fact that he has a sniper. Like, he is, but I'm sure Jove knows that anyway. But I guess on the flip side, does Hans need to use the sniper? Well, not really. You know, they still have, you know, better map control. They do have better VP, so it's not like he's in a position where he's forced to reveal his sniper, and sooner or later the sniper is going to reveal himself. But yeah, I do kind of agree with that sentiment there. I think the problem with snipers in the live game, and there's a lot of problems with snipers, but one of the main problems that I think we can all agree on is the cloak is just too strong. And what the strong cloak means is that you can't kill snipers with infantry flanks because they just cloak and run away. So the only way that you can reliably kill a sniper is with a counter snipe. And so that's why this matchup, I mean, 2 team games are a bit different, but 1v1, a lot of this matchup just comes down to the counter sniping, because it's the only way you can actually kill the sniper, assuming that your opponent is good and doesn't make dumb mistakes. So when we're nerfing the sniper in the balanced preview, we're nerfing the cloak, it means that you actually can counter it with infantry play, with infantry flanks. If you run up to it, you don't have to rely on counter sniping, so it's a lot more aggressive and it's a lot less, I think, cheesy. It's a very ambiguous term, but I use it a lot to describe things that I think are not necessarily fun. But speaking of things that are cheesy, Blake,
not fun.
anything come to mind?
Nothing in particular at this stage, Machine, but something might spring to mind, you never know. Panzer Headquarters going down on a completely unrelated note for Alastor. He's going to be throwing that in. Does he have a battle group yet? I don't think he has.
Okay, I think the sniper's been firing here because he had 5 kills.
Yeah, he's gone up to 9 now, so a little bit more active.
So what did you
Should
say?
bait Hans out here, so I don't think he has a battle group. He hasn't gone for a battle group.
Oh, wow,
So
yeah.
he's actually gone mech into Panzer. From the looks of things, he's been relying on the medic bunker placed by Jove to get heals off, so
Yeah.
which obviously isn't incredibly efficient, but I mean, it works. It's been working. So
Yeah, the medical crates, they're 40 munitions and they require Vet 1s. They're just too expensive. That's why we made them a bit cheaper in the preview. Alright,
counter snipe imminent.
it's possible. There's a Puma nearby as well. But there's also an AEC and a Raketten's there too. But so is the 6-pounder. The sniper can maybe get this. No, it needs 2 shots, for 1 shot won't get it.
Yeah.
But if it was weaker, you can try and blow that sniper shot. You know, maybe even 3 shots. I don't not quite know the damage on it. Probably 2 actually. I believe it's 80 damage for the sniper. Anyway, also with Volks, that's what I was gonna say. Volks, they actually self-heal at Vet 3. So if the Volks vet up to vet 3, then you all of a sudden you don't need the medics as much. There's a few other squads as well, like I believe Fallschirmjägers self-heal at vet 3, Obers will do it at some vet, vet 3 Obers, maybe some other ones like Fusiliers and such.
Really nice investment of manpower here from Alastor. Obviously goes with the Panzer headquarters, gets full reinforced as well as adding on this Obersoldaten squad. Has a bit of fuel here. Is he actually? No, he's not building anything at the moment. But yeah, it was a nice way to spend that massive manpower float without actually locking in a commander and going for any infantry-based cool-ins. Just decided to go for that expensive Obers squad. Certainly going to help out with these engagements, especially fighting consistently around this central VP. Heavy mortars, man.
Yeah, he's actually not that far back as well, so he won't have that crazy scatter that you see at max range. Bullet per mine, I think. Yeah, the shoe mine went down. Let's see if the guards can steal that MG34. What's this? This is the Cromwell.
Cromwell's here.
400 munitions for Hans. One of the other problems with not using the sniper is it means he's not going to be blowing his coordinated fire. It's still not a great ability, but it's better than nothing if you have the munitions. Yeah. It can be good at forcing away MGs and such.
I've seen a lot of munitions sinking, I guess, here from Hans, and not really much excuse for that either. I mean, he can go for weapon racks.
Actually, I like where the sniper was because he can wait there hidden, and if he sees a 4-man squad capping the weapon, he can just snipe
the last one.
Yeah, and then you may not prevent the crew, but you may actually wipe the squad that caps it afterwards before they retreat.
Which is nice, because that's a double wipe as well. Because you obviously wipe the support weapon, then you wipe the next squad as well. So it's 2 wipes you end up with. And they end up with another squad, but that's obviously a manpower investment to reinforce that one, so...
Yeah, so it was a Vox squad though, so we couldn't deny it. But say if it was a Sturm Pioneer squad or even just Grenadiers. 6-pounders here, Cromwell, the AEC is still alive as well, but there's actually a Raketten, and there's some Grens that can pop out for that Faust.
First shot from the Raketten goes off, should get a second as well with the AEC backs out of range. And shot actually missing off to the side here.
He's going for the AEC.
6-pounder's going to be in the area though. People are actually taking a bit of a pounding here.
Can he fire that one more shot?
No, not through those trees. Oh, yeah. No, he is. He's just off. He gets the angle just, yeah. Oh. There's just, they can be really inconsistent where how the blocking works on those hedges. I mean, any other day of the week, I'd expect their 6-pounder to be blocked there. But...
And then sometimes there is a big hedge, but you can fire through it. Yeah. Like the worst is at the south of Kolodny near that VP. You can fire through that hedge. Like, it's non-stop, so frustrating. There's obviously a bug. Like you shouldn't be able to fire through that hedge. Anyway, P4 is weak. Hans is eventually going to have his land mattress.
Vickers has been doing work. Hardcore suppressions off, finally aid from the Volks could be forcing it off, but 2 squads, you know, go down here.
Actually, that being said, maybe this isn't the best commander synergy, because we're going to have heavy mortars and also the land mattress. A lot of indirect fire where perhaps, say, a crocodile would have been better with the heavy mortars.
Or something with some better munition sinks here for helping Hans. So.
Yeah, there's no good off maps here. All you have is cover combat, which I don't think is as bad as people make out, but it's still not very good. Not compared to other things that you get from British. It's that Stuka.
Extra firepower is now available for units.
Yeah, Alastor has a Stuka. 7 kills, wow. What did he get? Is it a mortar that went down?
Can we check Talisman? No, he retreated, but that's full model drop, so it might have been mortar and something else as well. Hit another squad.
Keeping this AEC alive can be quite good because it can dive after the Stuka because it has the smoke, and then if you trade it, it doesn't actually matter. Like you lose the AEC for the Stuka, that's certainly worth it. Not only in just a cost level, but at this stage in the game, it's going to be very hard for the AEC to actually do much.
Mind dodging on Kharkov can be difficult, but it's certainly a possibility. So.
Yeah, that's the problem. You have to aggressively sweep, which you generally can't do. But it is an option. It also, you can use it defensively, but you can't really use it aggressively because it's just too weak. Assuming that you want to keep it alive, like, you know, use it to fight P4s and such.
Yeah. So Hans has gone for Brens here. That's a good choice. Probably should have gone for them earlier, but these infantry sections are now upgraded and have a much better chance of trading well with these Volks, especially the Obersoldaten on the field as well. It's certainly a nice change. Looking towards our VPs, 461 VPs for our allies, 280 9 for our Axis.
Alright, we've got a P4 and a Sturg versus the T-3485 and a guard squad there. A lot of munitions, so the button and the mark target are both available. Oh, he actually ran into that incendiary.
Nasty. Certainly well placed. One going to be forcing these Brens to move.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to run into them. Not only the Brens not firing, but then you're getting closer to those STGs. Grenades are going to be good for Hans. He has a lot of resources. Like, what does he go for here? Does he go for comets? Comets are generally the safest option.
I mean, I guess he doesn't really have to go into land mattresses if he doesn't want to as well. I mean, they're always worth having, but with double heavy mortar on the side of Talisman, they're not completely necessary. So he does have a lot of options here in terms of just maybe going for tank investments instead.
It's worth getting one at least, just because there's 2 mortars and they're just so overpowered anyway on this map. You know, you have very clumped up positioning.
Helping Hands is almost as low on CPs as I am when I play team games with you,
Oh,
Machine.
wow.
Look at this. 11 compared to the 11 for Talisman compared to the 6 for Helping Hands here. It's crazy.
Yeah, the mortar goes down. Jeez.
I just guess his composition hasn't led itself towards lots of engagement. The infantry section have been really static, I suppose, just holding the right side points here for our allies.
Yeah, it's really Talisman who's been killing things. And that doesn't necessarily mean he's contributing more, it just means he's killing more things. Oh, that's a satchel. No, it doesn't matter. No death loop on the MG34. So what's that? That's actually the insta-pin.
I like how you make a point to check the name of the the ability and then intentionally use the name that we give it. So yeah.
You can when things are pinned, they can't dodge. So good retreat there. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Talisman, he didn't dodge the insta pin. Kappa, you can't dodge the insta pin. It'll track you and it'll kill you.
It's just like you just scroll over and it's like, oh, it's a mobile cache or something like that.
Yeah. Cargo truck.
I use those things, man.
They're
cool.
They're not bad,
Yeah.
but they're just kind of pointless. I mean,
Yeah.
they are good in the fact that you can lock them down on a munitions or a field point, where you can't build a cache on a munitions point, can you?
No.
So yeah, they're better in that regard, but they're more vulnerable. Really, they would make more sense on OKW because they don't have caches, but that's kind of a problem that OKW don't have caches.
I would like it to see it on an OKW commander. I suppose probably the major benefit is if your pioneers are busy and can't build caches, they're like an option there to spend the manpower. So hey, we see Jove going for one.
Well, and you can move them too.
Yeah,
Is like you put them on your fuel, so you get tanks out, but then you're pop capped or you just don't need any more tanks. Then you move it onto a munitions point. Oh, it's got 2.
It's pretty much. This is probably my most used. This is probably my most used commander, actually.
Really?
Back in the day, yeah, it was. Yeah, big fan. I used a lot of it. Yeah, because I loved the 2 munition sinks, and like Frag Bomb was like my favorite. Fragmentation Bomb was like my absolute favorite when it comes to using with Wehrmacht. Plus, like obviously you get the Tiger as well. So just good munition sinks and like a nice safe fuel. Back in the day, this used to be one of the strongest commanders as well.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, I think even then, I think it's. To this day, it's still very strong, and I think it's very underrated, and I wish more people used it. But I think the Ju-87 AT strafe is just so overpowered that you want to have that AT strafe in the late game. But then also the mechanized is better in a 1v1 or even a 2v2 setting because it allows you to skip teching, and that is very important. But in the Winter Balance preview, because the light vehicle nerfs for allies. It's going to make it a bit easier for Wehrmacht to kind of stall mid-game and go for teching. And so, since you can tech up easier, you don't need the call-ins as much, and as a result, it now does open up a bit more of these non-meta, non-call-in commanders, like the medium-game call-ins, mid-game call-ins, like the Puma and such. So, we could certainly see more of these type of commanders. And I hope we do, but yeah, this insta-pin is really frustrating because it goes 3 times and you can't dodge it and it pins your entire army. Whoa, was that the... No, never mind.
No, it wasn't. Okay. Don't worry, dude.
You got this.
I got this. I'm keeping an eye out.
So there's 3 kills. Yeah.
It has been shooting, yeah. They're being more active, so I've been holding out for this counter snipe, so...
Talisman, his patience ran out. There's only so long he can go without sniping things with his sniper, and he lasts a lot longer than I can. I would go for like a minute or two. Like, damn it, no, I'm firing at the squad. I'm bored. I want to kill something. Okay, Kubel is using the map hacks, the detection mode. It's actually a very good ability. This is a pretty deep move, but he definitely wants to deny this one. He's going to face the Puma, a lot of Faust, rather a Raketten as well. He's going to be trading this T-34 for not even the Kubel. Attack round? Oh, he missed the shot. Wow.
Not even the Kubel goes down here. A massive throwaway for Talisman.
God. Great positioning behind the wall there, and that was a little bit, I guess, greedy from Talisman.
It's going to be the Tiger soon for Jove as well. Already has way too much manpower saved up. Fuel's pretty much there as well. Just easy mode Tiger. It's going to fill out his pop cap really nicely.
What's firing?
Is the land mattress still going? Or
oh, land mattress.
It's not the land mattress. What's that?
Oh, that's the British base
artillery.
artillery.
Okay, right, it is.
He must have used his sniper ability. Okay.
Must be, yeah, with both outs firing. So.
All right, we got a Comet here. Comet and the Cromwell. Yeah, this King Tiger is going to be very necessary.
I thought it was just the world's slowest land mattress or something.
but you can tell because the land mattress it has the the projectile.
Yeah.
The enemy are at 200 points.
Oh, and the Yag Tiger. That's a good choice. Even the Sod Art is pretty good too. Oh, loses the Cromwell there. What happened? The Puma
in conjunction with the Stug actually managed to snipe that one down. So.
Maybe hit a mine. Actually, Marks targets the P4.
A capture point is being overrun.
Look at these vehicles. Tiger, P4, Stug, cargo truck, cargo truck. Wait, is he actually putting...
locking down on 2 points, or...?
Oh, wow. No, they're both here.
Are they both locked down,
it's because it's this point. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
I was going to say, you can't lock down two...
It's the cutoff.
You can't lock down on the same point.
And it's...
One of the commanders I'm very familiar with. I know you can't lock down two on the same point, so, yeah.
Okay, land mattress is firing. Where's he going?
Counter snipe imminent.
There he is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he may try and wipe this MG. That's when you get baited, is when you can get a squad wipe.
Yeah.
So this is probably where munitions would really come handy for Jove, because Jove already has his Tiger, he's already got medium tanks. What he needs now is just munitions to keep throwing out these strafes. The fragmentation bomb is very good versus support weapons, particularly anti-tank guns. You can wipe them very quickly, even in placements actually. Against like mortar pits and Bofors it's very, very strong. A lot of damage onto this Tiger.
Yeah, comments are nice, as well as the 6-pounder. They certainly will force off the Tiger.
The VPs are very low for the Axis.
Certainly are, Machine. PN was going to be trading fairly well here with the Flamers against those SDG bolts as well. As you can see, they're forcing them off very easily.
Well, and the Vet 3, they get so much accuracy. Their rifles as well just do insane damage.
Left side VP being capped by our allies here. It's probably the major problem here for our Axis. They have such a fantastic unit composition, but...
And they Ura.
And they Ura, yeah. Can't forget about the Ura, though they did machine cap the victory point, so... Won't trade very well against these Obers at long range either.
Oh, the engineers could go down here. Actually, the commandos got popped out.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going for here.
They're almost going for the wipe on the Volks.
They're actually going to stop here and try and take them out. It's not going to be enough damage, though. The Volks get out of there.
And he's blown that squad now. It's not going to be a very effective squad. The 4-man commandos are very expensive. The Gammon bombs, though, are insanely good. So they're good at wiping support weapons, especially as they spawn. And then Raketten was wiped, so let's see if he actually recrews that one or if he destroys it.
Still a triple cap on here for our allies, 436 BPs to the 115 of our Axis.
Ace, he's still alive as well. So, does he get good sight range with this?
Stuka still has to be careful.
This is the sight range, so... He's actually getting a bit of vision. I think it's coming from the AEC. Okay, that's the insta-pin. He's splitting up though, so you won't get both of those squads.
Yeah.
But he retreated that squad there, so it went for the other one instead. Okay, that's actually the marked target.
Going to be going down onto this Tiger here machine. I think there's another Comet on the way here as well. Six Pounder and the Comet going to be firing at this Tiger.
Whoa.
Can see a dive coming out here. There's an SU-85 on the flank as well.
He gets away here. The Comet a little bit late to respond. And the Assault Arty's being called down on this Land Mattress who was barraging at the middle, or a little bit behind it on the cutoff.
There's a Comet tank ready to
Yeah, another Comet arrived. Does he lose the Land Mattress to the Assault Arty?
Did he? Did he go down?
Is it not fired yet?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we
Okay.
go. Yeah. Counter snipe imminent.
Oh.
Down the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, there.
Okay, that snipe is actually revealed. He's revealed. There's gonna be dead. There we go. Helping Hans. Finally getting it. Very, very patient sniper usage there. Pays off in the end. Jove's sniper goes down. How mad would you have been if we missed that?
And I get to fluff my resume.
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
really happy
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, I'll
so,
give you a good
yeah.
reference now.
Thank you. Man, I would have been incredibly disappointed, so yeah. We would essentially have to recast this entire game,
Yeah.
so. That's just a massive waste of everyone's time, so I'm glad we've got it. Fingers crossed that we don't see Joe build another sniper and I have to keep an eye on it again. Back to the games casting, however. Comets both still alive and running.
ready to go.
One of the best abilities on this commander is actually the crew repair. 100 munitions and it repairs your tanks. He's probably blow this one just to get his tanks on the field quicker. He will actually also have the emergency war speed, which is very, very broken, but gives you, I think, better received accuracy as well.
Yep.
So it's harder to hit the tank that's using it. Same with Blitzkrieg and all those other ones. You know, whatever, Overdrive, like the Soviet M3 and half track.
The Young Tiger is going to be on the field now as well for Alastor, and that should be enough to kind of solidify our axis positioning there. Starting to put some... That's a bit mean.
What?
Crushed all the cargo truck
right.
supplies. Been sitting there trying to collect supplies for ages, and the Young Tiger just comes through and it's like, I am on the way to the battlefield. I got stuff to do, man. We should be able to see... Wow. Oh, that's cool. That's good use of the commandos, actually. They're kind of useless at this stage of the game. He's actually put Piats on them.
Yeah, interesting. They're
I
gonna
don't
be,
mind that.
They're going to be good at
Infiltrated Piats.
yeah, camping on a VP and just throwing a gammon bomb and wiping a squad. The gammon bomb is the best thing about their kit. Their ability is just so overpowered.
So yeah, as I was saying in terms of the hold here, the main problem for our Axis was those Comet tanks. Obviously, their pressure on the VP and their ability to force off the Tiger and the other medium tanks that we have for Jove and Alastor, which
Ooh.
obviously meant they couldn't put any support down.
Oh!
Oh, there's the snipe. Goodbye, Stuka.
Yeah, he kept that in the barrage radius for far too long. Actually, look at this Tiger. Double Comet, 6-pounder. Even the SU-85 firing from the side. Guards are moving up. Mark target a little bit late here, but we'll give him vision if nothing else.
SU-85 hits a small incline in the hill, however.
He didn't use the sight range there. He may have actually got it. Now he's going into this fight, the Yag Tiger. He can't do much about this. He really needs to have tulips there to actually take that one out head on.
Yeah, main gun going to be destroyed as well
Ooh.
here. Taking that one out. Raketin off to the side. Plenty to destroy that SU-85. There goes the tank destroyer for Talisman. Going to lose another squad there as well. I think there might have been conscripts going down potentially. One squad's retreating there for Talisman. More medium tanks diving in, and a T-34 goes down. What a turn for our Axis.
Yeah, fantastic pickups. Helping Hans still has his double Comet. And the Comets, the more you get, the better they scale, because then you just swarm whatever your opponent has. You know, whether it's mediums, whether it's the Yag Tiger or the regular Tiger, you just get the critical mass where there's just too many. And hitting some mortars, pretty far radius there. But I think that was definitely a misplay from Talisman. If he used his focus sight, he would have got one more shot off, which would have been enough to kill it, assuming he penetrated, and then he wouldn't have lost it to the Yag Tiger. But what's actually really nice to do is you leave your SU-85 on focus sight, because you can always just disengage it instantly and drive away. The problem what happens is when you activate focus sight and then you go, oh crap, I'm actually out of position, and you can't disengage it because it has like a timer, and then you're moving at half speed. So if you just have it enabled on by default, then you can always just turn it off and drive away. So Land Mattress is firing these squads. They gotta be careful. Even this Puma may go down. Did that Land Mattress get a damaged engine?
Yeah. It certainly did, Machine. It certainly did.
Still pinning.
Man, just can't really do a lot here.
It's another Land Mattress.
MJ's gonna be
wow.
forced off. Ooh, that's pretty brutal here.
Oh my god!
The disgusting double wipe.
Yeah.
Made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. Volks Grenadiers and Grenadiers gonna be going down there.
Do we have a bucket around?
I didn't get any on your floor,
Oh,
don't
okay.
worry about it, so.
I mean, I have a clothes basket,
I
but
quickly
it's full of
slowed it back
holes.
down again so I could keep casting, so.
Oh man, the Volks as well, so low. The Commanders could maybe get it if they walk up to it. Even the Mortars is going for it. These Volks, they're probably gonna go down, but there's only 2 weapons. There's 2
That should
Piats,
be
I
enough.
mean. Is it though?
Oh, it's a good retreat.
Is it?
That's a good retreat, and it instantly drops the 2 firing models as well, because obviously you want to keep a hold of their
Oh.
Piats. Ouch, there goes the Commandos.
Yeah. That didn't quite go to plan, did
That was
it?
an on-point retreat by Alastor. As soon as the Commandos were revealed, he was on point to retreat those Volks Grenadiers.
Yeah, he was obviously watching it.
Mm.
It was very risky because of the mortars, but with that many VPs left, you know, you definitely want to go for those risky caps.
And sometimes if you're really on point, you can kind of see the mortar shell coming in and judge where it's going to go. And it's like, oh, that's going to land on my Volks and then retreat.
And a lot of times you just walk into it.
Yeah.
It's hard to really judge. Yeah. Throwing the satchel there. Had a lot of munitions, so it doesn't matter if he blows them. So it looks like we have not many squads left for the Axis. Yeah, there's only a couple left, where there's definitely good squad preservation, especially for Talisman. What about Hans? Yeah, he only has 1 vetted infantry section.
Yeah, he's been looking pretty good though. Really, his polk has just been filled up at this stage. So those comets meaning a fair bit. I mean, the composition's just so good now for our Axis.
Supply line's been cut.
Even the Oswin here as well. I think it's going to be so hard to displace the Axis from the middle of this map.
Oh, this Tiger, marked target, it's still within the arc of the AT gun, but once again, slippery Tiger gets out.
He's taken an absolute battering this game. Austin takes another shot here as well.
Comet is vet 2, can he escape?
Yeah, it just gets out of range of the Agdiga here. That match is coming down to the point. Allies want to retake this one. So I wonder how they play this, because only 71 VPs are remaining for our Axis. Do we think they can actually hold 2 VPs at this stage of the game?
Probably the best thing for them to do is just deny all of the squads with Land Mattress, just with the Comets, with the Mortars. And then it's going to be hard for them to take the VPs because of all these tanks, but it'll be very hard for the Axis to take the VPs back, given they don't have many squads.
Yeah.
So you often have these situations where whoever has the VPs can hold them pretty easily, just because it's hard to cap them underneath so much fire. So I feel like the one thing missing is the Firefly here, because the Firefly itself isn't too good, but the Su-85 has so much good damage. It has a lot of penetration, its rate of fire is pretty decent, so if you can tulips, you know, whether it's the Yag Tiger or the Tiger, and then just burst him down with a couple of Su-85s or a Comet dive, it's a very good combination.
Especially with the decent penetration poke we see coming out here, especially from Hans in particular, it's with the Comets and the 6-pounder. Those things are going to be penetrating. Like, even against the Yag-Tiger, they'll get a bit of damage down. And that's at the point where the Yag-Tiger is in some trouble, because it just doesn't have the health there to survive Su-85 shots, Comets diving, that kind of fun stuff.
Hans
Mark
lost his,
target's also really, really nice.
Hans lost his sniper somewhere. I don't know what killed it, but it's gonna be another P4 for Jove. Yeah, I don't even know what he should build right now, but his Comets are just getting more and more veterancy. It's vet 3, it becomes so mobile at vet 3. Loses the squad of the engineers at a flame drop on the ground. That mattress firing, the Raketan's gonna be wiped.
Jove clearly feeling like he has to go more aggressive here with that many medium tanks. I mean, 4 medium tanks, which, you know, as you know, the general gentlemen say you should never ever do because it just ends badly. 4 medium tanks as well as having the Tiger. That's a lot of micro, man. Maybe they feel like they have to go aggressive because of the amount of squads that are being wiped by this Land Mattress and by the heavy mortars. There's just so much wipe potential, they could just turn the game. They realize, well, if they lose the VPs, they're probably not going to be able to cap them back. So if they go aggressive and try and look for some wipes onto the allied tanks, they'll be able to hold these VPs a little bit better.
There's actually more vehicles than there are infantry squads. That's so funny, but yeah, I like that just because you can't wipe P4s with land mattresses and heavy mortars, and so it's going to be giving him some good units that can stay alive pretty easily. And it also means that with so many loses the Volk squad there to that flame, a nice pickup by Talisman. But it means when you have so many medium tanks, you just can't dive after the Yug Tiger or even the regular Tiger, because you're just going to get ran over by just so many medium tanks. So it's a lot of safety to the Yug Tiger in particular, which then can just safely poke away at the comets.
So Alastor has a bit of pop cap here. I'd like to see him go the Stuka again, just because Jove is essentially pop capped out here. I'd say the Panzerwerfer would be a better choice, but our Axis are in some pretty desperate need of some more indirect fire to deny capping, if anything else. So I would like to see Alastor go for that. And it's just that really, I don't think an ISG is a good option here. There are just so many ways for our allies to wipe that one out. I feel like probably the Stuka, a safely played Stuka, is the best option to try and deny the caps that our medium tanks can't while they're being repaired.
Yeah, so it's a big shame that Alastor lost his Stuka earlier, which was just a misplay there, because that would have helped so much, and it did a lot of damage there. Okay, double comets going after this Tiger. The Mark Tiger's actually on cooldown, but it doesn't matter, he backs away. There's a Telemine there as well in that retreat path. It could be bad if the Tiger backs over it and it gets detonated by a comet round. Tanks are all moving up to this North VP. P4's moving up as well here. There are some Piats nearby for support. Yug Tiger gets a nice long-range shot.
Land Master's Barrage in the middle. Jeez. Grenadier is just getting out of dodge.
The sniper's actually been rebuilt. I wonder if he's using this just for the vision, because it will help a lot with his AT guns and with his land mattress, is having the vision. Oh, whoa, he's got scouted out by these Fusiliers. Fusiliers can take that out pretty quick with the D43s.
No, actually go down here. Yeah, there we go.
Very good squad. They're 6 man, so they're going to be very durable, especially versus the indirect fire, which is really what the Axis need the most.
Really nice choice.
Is Kubal's still alive?
I was going to say, it has a little bit more durability when capping. Oh, no. When capping VPs, but so as soon as Shoutcasters get attached to a unit, it dies. It's really sad.
This AEC, I wonder how much longer it's going to be alive, because it's really good preservation of the unit. Hans has so much fuel, but he doesn't have the manpower for another comet.
Look at this. It's just, if we could just cap kind of without great concern when it comes to these mediums, they can really only force off one unit. There are so many AT guns here for our allies.
Yeah,
that's 6-pounder, 6-pounder, and I believe Talisman has at least 2 Zis guns at the moment.
2 Zis. He actually has a land mattress as well. This was obviously captured when Hans's mattress was decrewed. Okay, once again, going to be pushing up here. Vet 2 still going to be pretty durable. There's a 6-pounder in position, and these AT guns, one of them has refaced. Oh, the AC! Here we go. He gets taken out.
Stop talking about units, machines. Just don't mention other unit. Oh, look, that Yag Tiger looks pretty low on the machine. Could be in some trouble. Yeah, the AEC does fall in the end.
It's actually almost the Vet 2.
It's getting there. Talisman, huge fuel flow here, but he really doesn't want to spend it with the composition coming out here from Alastor and Jove, and maybe we see a safe Su-85 come out, but other than that, I don't think we're going to see anything unless we want to see a unit for diving if a Stuka comes online, or if a...
That wasn't the MG that pinned him, that was the strafing run that pinned him. But yeah, Stuka would do very well here. He's actually building it.
Yeah, that's nice. A good choice.
Nice. The problem with the Panzerwerfer is it would just get taken up by the land mattress far too easily.
Yeah.
MG goes down. With the Stuka, it actually has a lot more health. It can avoid, it can soak up some shots, so long as you don't stay in the barrage radius like he did before. And using the breakthrough tactics, nice work, using that ability to capture the point much faster.
Good hustle, good hustle. Towards our victory points, 202 for our allies compared to the 64 of our Axis. So our Axis have led about 10 so far. Done a bit of fighting, but they're now down below 200, so it's getting a little bit dangerous for them now. Jeez. Oh, 2 more blitz trucks? What's the population cap on those things?
None. They're
they're
essentially cash.
nothing. Yeah, they are. They're cash. Yeah. Forgot about that.
He's gonna be getting the munitions point too. Yeah, that's really what he wants right now.
Yeah.
Because he also has a munitions
Yeah,
cache.
I forgot they didn't actually have a population cap, which is one of the nice points about them.
That's the real strength, because look, he has 10 munitions and 3
Yeah.
fuel. So you have a cache and also the Opal truck. So it's a double cache. That's insane. And normally you wouldn't have the spare resources, but because of just how long this game has drawn out.
And the fact that, like, Jove can't bleed manpower because he has no infantry squads.
Yeah, and he's putting some pioneers, he has so many vehicles. So it's just a great way to invest in more and more munitions without spending his pop cap, which is ultimately the best, the most important resource in the very, very late game, assuming you don't lose a lot of squads, or, you know, just units in general. Vet 2 Tiger is going to be pretty deadly here with the extra range. There's so many units right now. There's a Yug Tiger, there's a P4. The comets are pretty low, they have to get repaired up. Still hasn't used the repairability yet, despite having a lot of munitions in the bank, but the VPs they were briefly draining down. Rest in peace, Doug.
It's been nice knowing you. Easily finished off.
You can use a supporting fire, it's like a HE barrage.
We haven't really seen it yet.
This is just gonna so low, but actually he may lose Yossind here. Hasn't decrewed this one just yet. Yeah, both fires, Yossind pretty low armor, so those AT guns will generally penetrate all the time.
Let's actually find one decrew here, and that's probably worth. I mean, Jove has a huge fuel float at this stage in the game. Really was just investing manpower into these blitz trucks as well, so it's a good trade to get down a bit at AT gun.
Yeah, but it may be the P4 as well, the Vet 3 P4.
We want to keep that alive.
Yeah, that wasn't a good way to lose that. Comet for some crushes. The Fusiliers, there's 1 man left. You may lose it. Actually, this is a 3-man squad. No, this is both of them now. I think it was just a mortar shell.
One of the 3-man squads still alive. We just saw an icon switch there. So,
right.
yeah.
I always get baited.
They get a little bit lost, so yeah.
Ostwind actually costs less manpower than the Zis gun. 280 manpower, I believe. Anyway, mark target on that Tiger. So much damage coming through from these AT guns.
Throwing
the
these away a
comets.
little bit.
I mean, another P4 going down. Even the Piets may get him. If he actually hits. Yeah, there he is for the Comet there in the back. This is a lot of losses now. Jove, he has his Puma, he has 1 squad of Fusiliers in his base. Yeah. But other than that, 31 pop cap, it's basically just this Yug Tiger.
He's lost so much here. Actually, he must have lost the Stuka as well, because unless he decided to cancel it and is now rebuilding, I didn't actually see it fire. We saw it building before, but we didn't see it complete.
Assault Arty's being thrown down.
Still, victory points in the hands of our Axis, and our allies down to 144 VP, so hell, that worked.
Yeah, the plus 68 munitions income from Jove. He's going to have another strafe. It's going to be so hard to cap these points with all these strafes coming through. But still, Talisman has 3 Vet 3 penals. That's probably the most important thing right now. Is who can cap the VPs.
There's so much capping pressure here for our allies, where our Axis have a distinct lack of capping pressure, but there's no way you can dive on top of them because their tanks are just... Too many tanks, man. Too many tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a wipe. Pioneer's gonna be going down there.
It's auto attacks he's using. Oh, he's just barraging. Wow.
This is the stage where we need to see that Stuka barrage come out and deny the caps on that middle VP. Come on, Alastor. Use that Stuka barrage. That's what I want to see. Wipe the Zis gun. Should get in range in a second.
Just keeps pinning.
On stop, man.
Yeah, he's firing now.
Nice. Good stuff.
Ooh, that could be nasty. This gun goes down. That was worse. It's a conscript in the
this
middle.
This gun, conscripts, and half the crew's a heavy mortar as well, their machine.
And I'm so envious of Alastor. Whenever I use a Stuka, I just miss things all the time. They're very inconsistent, the Stuka.
It's a skill thing. There are some players that we've seen are just amazing at using the Stuka in terms of their lineups, their shot placement knowledge is just incredible. But yeah, they certainly are a difficult unit to use.
I want to see how many has he lost? Units, Stuka, units lost 1.
One, yeah. So he must have cancelled the other one. So.
He's only produced 2, so yeah, just the one, as you say. Okay, so Jove has overtaken his vehicles and infantry now. But yeah, the game is getting a little bit more lethal now because the allies are down below 100 VPs. So they can't drag this one out like they had been before. This Tiger's a vet too. It's going to be pretty powerful. This gun gets wiped. The AT's actually starting to run a little bit thin, at least for Talisman. Han still has... Yeah, well, he has 3 comets now. He has a 3rd one on the field.
Not really enough repairs here. He's actually dropped a couple of engineer squads. He built a couple more Royal Engineers and then lost them again pretty much straight away. Just blown through a lot of his floated manpower.
Yeah, but the Land Matcher is still wrecking face. 12 kills on that one.
Talisman actually has
31.
Talisman has no repairs, so he can't help out at all.
Yeah, the 31 kill Land Mattress actually has less veterancy than the 12 kills. Possibly because the one with the 12 kills has hit more vehicles, or the Stuco in particular. Okay, this is risky here. The penals are very spread out though. The conscripts go in now. And so, yeah, as long as he's spread out, he's fine. And it's only conscripts, it doesn't matter if they die. The VPs are so important, but no, he can't cap this with the Grenadiers there.
Nice, yeah, really nice stall coming out from those Grens. It's good to see.
Oh my god.
He's probably going to go down here as well with those Grens firing if they can get past the point.
Yeah, it's a shame because his manpower is expensive. It doesn't matter that he lost them so much, but that could have been, say, SU-85 or Caddy or whatever he wants, T-34-85.
Talisman wasn't so low on manpower here. I'd love to see an 85 just dive after all of the Blitz trucks and just take them all out, because it's so quick to take out those Blitz trucks. The 85 will just roll through them.
There's going to be mines and stuff, though. I don't actually think there is.
It's certainly a possibility, but if you actually look right on the left flank, on the left-hand side of Kharkov, it's like, there aren't obvious mine spots. There's obviously the road, but you can avoid the road and drive along that side. And I'm pretty sure they would have seen the trucks.
Well, you see the yellow blimp.
Obviously, yeah, with the yellow being down.
I don't know, I mean...
But yeah, his low on manpower is probably not worth it at this stage, but it has been a lot of munitions income coming in for Jove and Alastor that have been burning through to use these support powers.
Yeah, if he could have done it earlier on, maybe, but they're just so low on VPs now that it's probably going to be a waste to throw that away.
Certainly at this stage of the game, it will be. Satra's going to come out.
Yeah, nice. It prevents a retreat, too. So that was a really good restraint there by Alastor. If he retreated early, he would have lost that squad. Another reason why penals are good for the VP control. So there's 3 comets here. They're just waiting for a dive, but this could be a squad going down with the satchel, even the comet. Nice dodge there. The comet is killed. And the Land Matcher is firing again. The middle VP is being stalled out. The Axis are about to overtake the allies in VPs, but the right side, the comets are pushing through. The Puma on defense mode. Tiger getting circled. It's too much damage there, but main gun destroyed on the Vet 3 Comet. This defensive Puma is cleaning up. It's only a nade, so that won't do too much there. And the Tiger reinforcing his buddy. Tiger gets a nice shot off. Comet running for his life, and that Tiger still firing with that pretty good rate of fire. He's Vet 4. Comet goes down.
Let's get another couple of shots off and still within range of an AT gun, so the Tiger goes down here as well. Machine, however, 2 VPs in the favor of our Axis, and our allies for the first time are below in VPs now.
Yeah, but they're gonna be capping up this middle, and there was a lot of things lost on both sides. Not many models on these squads for Jove. He's low on manpower, and Talisman, he still has his 3 Flamer Penals at Vet 3 as a guard squad. He's got triple mortars. Oh man. And this is actually a Stug G. The Tiger was repaired, or rather was recaptured. He gets taken out there, but that's fine. It forced the Stug to probably suicide himself.
When that one goes in, there's a Stuka firing as well, probably onto the middle VP from the sounds of things, even if it's not firing there.
Or even the left's being capped as well. It's going to be 2 VPs draining per second. Yeah, I don't know what smoke is actually firing that. Maybe the heavy mortars. And triple cap.
Triple cap.
There's the strafing run once again. Where does he fire? Where does it go? You can't control it. Nade! The Fusilier nades are pretty awful. And this could be the squad going down, the Vet 3 squad of Penals.
Allies committing everything down. They want to stall out these VPs. Machine, they got a triple cap. There's 1 decap, there's 2 decaps. Their bleed has certainly been slowed here. Great
use of the counter-attack tactics once again to get that neutralized instantly. HM is going to be forcing away the guards as the smoke wore off. Looking for a grenade, but I don't think he'll get it. It's out of munitions.
Axis probably going to bleed down to about 30 VPs here before they manage to find a cap, but still the stallouts happen. Pins coming down on that middle VP, though. That's probably not going to be enough. No, that's another wipe.
He's losing all of his vetted squads, and there's still 28 VPs to go.
All these Penals are getting thrown away. Our allies have committed absolutely everything to try to stall this one out. There's the smoke coming down as well. That could be enough of the Penals to close down that left VP, but there's the stall from our Axis. They've managed to find a cap onto that middle VP. It's 1 VP each. Allies on 57 VPs, 26 VPs for our Axis, and almost three of the penal squads have gone down here.
He's capping with his Vet 3 land match, which could get decrewed very quickly. That was a little bit too desperate for the Allies there. They still had plenty of VPs to go. Man, losing this Vet 3 land mattress would be a massive blow.
It's going to be a huge blow. Machine could definitely go down here. We need to see if these engineers actually get onto the point. Try and stop this land mattress from going down.
Actually going to keep it alive. Almost wiped the Grenadiers there.
Yeah.
So he has some Piats. They still can't dive after this one. Jeez.
Takes a lot of damage. Oof. Almost takes out the Stug in one barrage here. Walking Stug. Stug is going to actually be firing on probably onto that middle VP here, Machine.
Oh, he goes for the mortars. Doesn't hit anything though. The middle VP has been capped by the guards, but there's a squad of the Fusiliers moving up.
All of these VPs are being contested at this stage of the game. The Axis have actually found a double cap here. That means the bleed's starting in favor of them, and our allies start coming down from 51 VPs.
These guards aren't very good up close, not compared to the... Oh, it doesn't even matter, okay? The PTRS are just so powerful, it forces those away. But there's a new squad here, a fresh new squad, and again, using that breakthrough tactics. It's 2v1 now. The guards gonna have to retreat from this one, else they will be wiped. Land mattress still firing here. Comet's still on the field.
It's probably going to be a wipe onto the guard squad. No, I actually see the retreat coming out from both of those Fusiliers, but the 6-man squad stays in the middle, actually finds a cap here as well. It's 2 VPs in the favor of our Axis, 1 for our allies, 37 VPs compared to 27.
Okay, I like this T-70, but there's nothing else to cap. Okay, we have penals going to be uraring in. T-70 can wipe the squad very quickly. The Yug Tiger is going to be zoning away the Comet.
Veteran C4 Yug Tiger.
Oh, it's an Ostwind. Yeah, the Ostwind can definitely deal with both the T-70 and the penals. Needs some kind of smoke, but he's using the pin.
I mean, the Satchel's going to come out here from the penals. No, Talisman doesn't think... Oh, he doesn't actually have the munitions for that. Puma's going to take out the T-70. Penal's going to be forced off here as well.
It's almost Vet 5. Units can be spotted behind line of sight blockers.
God.
The Comet here, the penals are actually still there, but they get wiped. Man, just a little bit too desperate, I think. Here's a Cromwell as well. There's Vet 5 Puma. The man, the legend.
Also actually going down here.
The myth, the legend, I think.
The myth, the legend, yeah. Stuka's gonna go for another barrage here.
He needs to get wiped though by the Comet and the Cromwell.
Cromwell needs one shot. He actually takes a shot onto the Puma and takes a fair bit of damage. The Yug Tiger's gonna be firing from the side here. Cromwell has to back away. Comet takes a huge shot as well.
Yeah, the Puma may actually get him.
Puma
that's a Yug Tiger.
Yug Tiger, yeah, from the side.
But look at this! There's a Cromwell. He's flanked that Yug Tiger. He's pretty low. He didn't actually repair it. Being hit by the AT gun as well. This Yug Tiger, it could go down. He's so low. The armor is so good, but the rear armor from the Comet should get the job done.
Now it's rear armor again. Now the rear armor is actually facing towards an AT gun. The Yug Tiger tries to reface, but it gets taken out. So the net for Yug Tiger down, and that was the main thing that was stopping these medium tanks from running amok inside of Axis infantry.
He was also crushing the infantry. I think the Pyros were trying to repair that, and there she went. The Yug Tiger was destroyed. We still have the Hero Kubel, the Hero Puma, wounded Panzer IV. Not many squads left for Alastor. What about Jove? He's got a couple of Grenadiers.
There are not very many repairing squads here.
That's the Gammon. Again, nice dodge.
Yeah, dodged out here by the Panzer Fusiliers. All of these VPs are going to be contested at the moment. 22 VPs for our allies, 26 for our Axis. Cromwell's just driving around going for crushes.
Oh, he may get him.
Doesn't have to worry about the Yug Tiger anymore.
Loses the guard squad.
There's a rather splendid Cromwell ready to go.
And the right side's being capped. This game is incredibly down to the wire. But we're going to have Cromwell spam. Hans, he had a lot of fuel to burn through. He's got, what? He's just spamming Cromwells, and that's exactly all he needs because the Yug Tiger was destroyed. There's no Axis armor. The reinforcement's too much for the armor to be built. And I think the Allies have this game now. The AT gun is capturing. The left's held currently by the guards. The middle's being capped.
I think our allies have it, Machine. You're right. 12 VPs now for our allies, and that's probably all they're going to be stalled out. That's all they're going to be taken down to. 26 for our Axis, but how can they retake these victory points now?
Hans is actually using his crew repairs, land mattress barraging the middle. There's mortars as well. The right side's been forced off. Again, we have the Hero Puma. This Vet 5 Puma can definitely ruin these Cromwells.
The middle gets stalled out at about 99% cap here, Machine,
God.
and the Grenadier is actually going to force this one off, so the game stays in the balance here.
That Vet 3 mortar can get taken out instantly, but the Puma's being swarmed. It's a 2v1, not a good fight for this Puma. He pops his smoke. Are there any mines here? The P4 can maybe save him. The Cromwells, they actually back off from this one. The Puma survives.
So the victory points could be a little bit more important here. Squad's going to be wiped down in the middle. Our Axis is going to be going for the left-hand side. Their breakthrough tactics again being utilized by Alastor to get the very fast decap. Panzer headquarters is actually going to be sniped here, gives them more mobility. Here comes the Puma, the hero Puma, back again with a P4.
Nice play there, Puma. Very, very slippery. A Panther's being built. Fantastic counter to the Cromwells. The P4 as well doing some great damage. The Comets are both vetted, but they're also very low. Piat's on the field. Great damage versus this Panther. The Comets, Cromwells go down. One of them survives. And Instapin comes through. The VP still stalling out. Land Mattress coming through. The left being capped by the Vickers. The north going to be capped by the Grenadiers. Oh my god, this game is all over the place.
It's completely nuts, Machine. We actually see the Land Mattress going down onto the allied units, but it also gets the Axis units. Wipes absolutely everything in this middle VP.
Hardly any squads left for all 4 players right now. The VP, it is ticking, but now it's neutral. All 3 VPs are all neutral. The battlefield is littered with support weapons, but they won't help you now. It's all about the VPs. T-3476, desperation move, but it's fantastic versus infantry. It's cheap, it's spammable, it can force away these Grens. Panther's still alive. Cromwell goes down. P4, Puma, Panther. There's no time to repair these vehicles. The battlefield is just too desperate.
We could see this T-34 actually going for a dive here. The T-34 is going to be going in. It's going for the Panther. It's trying to enable the use of medium tanks on this field again, but the Panther, no, it goes down. It gets finished off.
The marked target came through to give the extra damage, so it died in one shot. Hero Puma.
It's still being repaired here, Machine. Gets another shot down into this T-34, tries to back away behind the mechanized.
It's just so mobile there with the Vet 5. Didn't even pop the smoke and he survives.
Panzer headquarters is actually still up as well, so that's going to be dangerous against these medium tanks at the moment. 10 VPs for our allies, 14 for our Axis. One of the VPs still in contention here.
Just crushing with all of these tanks, trying to push away the infantry, but 9 VPs for the allies.
Pumas are trying to stay in the point.
It's ticking down in their favor, pushing away. Fantastic work to prevent the Grens from stalling out the VP. That should get taken out. Neutral, this one as well, but this could be it. It's a double cap. Only 5 VPs remain.
3 VPs.
He actually retreats his Fusiliers there. 3 left.
What?
It's
2
neutral.
VPs.
All 3
they're all
are neutral.
They're all neutral.
Stuka's gonna be firing now. That should be the GG for the allies. Every single VP gonna be capped up now. 14 VPs remain. It's actually the Vet 5 Puma. He's capping with the T-34, but that could go down to this Puma.
Will go down in time. One more shot. I think it's going to get the cap. No, but the guards should be able to finish this one off.
Yeah, they crawl back into the point.
All 3 points are going to be capped in favor of our allies. All they have to do is hold it. 9 VPs down for our Axis. 6 VPs. That should be the game, Machine.
Yeah, that's it. Infiltration Commandos just to make sure. GG, well played. Ooh. What a crazy game.
That was nuts.
I feel like, man, the Talisman almost threw by being too desperate too early on. The Axis had about 30 VPs left, and Talisman was like, I must hold the VPs now. I don't care if I lose all 3 of my Vet 3 penals. Because that was like probably the main thing. Because the Axis, they had the armor superiority, but there was so many AT guns that the armor wasn't really doing a lot. And then those Vet 3 penals just kept out-trading all the Axis infantry. And they also kept being wiped by the arty. I guess that was probably the main thing as well, is just 36 kills on this mortar, the Land Mattress 21. The indirect fire for the allies is just so powerful that it can be hard to keep those 4-man squads alive. Even 6-man squads against Land Mattress and heavy mortars is unit preservation is difficult versus so much indirect fire in these narrow maps on these team games. But yeah, that was a crazy game. Hope you enjoyed that one. It was definitely an exciting cast. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy our content, you can support the channel on our Patreon. All the links for that are in the description, our Twitter and our Facebook, all the good stuff.
You are our Opal Blitzcrux, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your support. Thank you for joining us today.